And now at Huff Hines Hyundai Plano, pay just $15,345 on new Huff Hines Hyundai Elantras. Only $28.96 on new Huff Hines Hyundai Tucsons. Or pay only $21,195 on new Huff Hines Hyundai Konas. At family-owned and family-run Huff Hines Hyundai Plano.
Get ready to celebrate. Get ready to save. The Labor Day holiday starts now at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Save the tax by an amount equal to the sales tax at the store on furniture, flooring, and NFM Plus TVs, home audio, and appliances. Shop 60-month financing on furniture and flooring, 40-month financing on appliances and electronics. Plus, check out demos of the latest and greatest products. Get ready to save. The Labor Day holiday starts now at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
A powerful hurricane is hitting Hawaii as we speak. Waves are expected to reach nearly 20 feet high. We'll take a look at the impact they could leave behind. And if you think your 30-minute history class was too long, just wait. Why one North Texas professor will teach for hours upon hours. And the heat is back in North Texas as we're headed toward triple digits. Coming up, Keisha Burns will give us a first look at your weekend forecast.
You're watching NBC5 News at 11.
And good Friday morning to you. I'm Ben Russell in for Evan Anderson this midday. Just in time for the weekend, the triple digits are coming back to our area. We have a live look right now at downtown Dallas as well as Fort Worth, where folks are out and about and suffering through this late morning heat. Our Keisha Burns is here in studio with a first look at the forecast. Keisha?
Hey there, that's right. The heat is starting to build, already 89 degrees, so close to 90. We notice a big change. The winds, the southerly winds really picking up, so pulling in that humidity along with clearing out our skies. Not looking at as hazy as it was yesterday. The skies are clearing, but the temperatures will keep warming up. Here's a closer look at the view outside in the Dallas area. Currently at 89 degrees. You can see the south winds sustained around 16, but higher gusts. Now, it feels like temperature around 93. Should feel like about 105 later on this afternoon when you factor in the humidity. We are noticing gusty winds in the area. Denton looking at a gust sustained around, or this is the actual gust peaking around 23, peaking around 24. So the winds certainly helping to clear the air out. High pressure will be in the control, keeping our weather pattern pretty quiet. So the deal for the rest of your day, haze is gone, but the heat is here to stay. We'll see a high around 100 today. The weekend won't be much different. Forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Keisha. Now to the other big weather story of the day, the Category 3 hurricane barreling toward Hawaii right now. You were looking live at the radar images there. Impressive. Conditions are intensifying across the Hawaiian Islands, and many areas are already dealing with flooding, mudslides, and power outages as a result of Hurricane Lane. This morning, officials are concerned those dangerous conditions could continue for days. Our Jay Gray is in Honolulu with the latest.
Tens of thousands on edge right now as Lane continues to slowly push toward the islands of Hawaii.
You do not need a direct strike to have major impacts from a hurricane this strong.
The Big Island has already seen big rains and more expected across the region.
We're going to see torrential rains occur for the next 48 to 72 hours.
This will likely flood roadways, possibly wash out bridges, and cause evacuations and necessitate water rescues.
Raging floodwater spilling out and over roadways, filling neighborhoods and forcing many from their homes. As the massive, slow-moving storm lingers, so are problems here.
We are hyper-focused on safety and security, food, water, and shelter.
FEMA has filled a warehouse with generators, water and food response teams ready to move in when conditions allow.
Oh, I wanted to get out as soon as possible, but, you know, you can't control Mother Nature.
300,000 tourists or more are riding out the storm right now across the island state.
So we just keep hoping that it veers more out. So we're going to get rain. You can't forecast what the weather's going to be like when you book a year in advance. So.
Ahead of the most severe conditions, pockets of surfers look to take advantage of the growing waves. Another clear sign that Lane is moving in. Jay Gray, NBC5.
And back here in Texas, we're approaching 1 year since Hurricane Harvey hit the Gulf Coast. And many people are still today struggling to get back on their feet. Our Chris Gutierrez reports from Pearland.
The woman who lives in this house south of Houston is relying solely on the kindness of others to slowly rebuild her house. This sheetrock, for example, went up just within the last month. And remember, Hurricane Harvey struck 1 year ago this week. Despite all the setbacks, she remains optimistic.
God said, there's many trials and tests along the road, and you can either become bitter or you can become a better person.
And that was Chris Gutierrez reporting. Now you can learn more about what fuels her resilience as we take a closer look at the impact Hurricane Harvey is still having 1 year later. That's tonight on NBC5 News at 6. And now to a big development in the Roy Oliver trial. Within just the last hour, the defense rested its case. And now next up will be closing arguments in the trial of a former Balch Springs police officer accused of murder. Our Tim Siesko is live now at the Dallas County Courthouse with the very latest. Tim?
Yeah, good morning to you, Ben. Well, with both sides resting, the judge told jurors they had a lot to process, so he wanted them to go home for the weekend, spend time with families, relax before beginning deliberations. So they have already left the courthouse for the day. They'll return here Monday morning to begin their work. Now, the morning started off with the Roy Oliver's defense team resting their case. Prosecutors were then allowed to call what are known as rebuttal witnesses to respond to some of the testimony given by Roy Oliver yesterday when he took the stand, specifically as it relates to his character. Now, the DA's office called two sisters who got into a fender bender with Roy Oliver just days before he would shoot and kill Jordan Edwards while responding to a police call. The women say he was enraged following the wreck and pointed a gun at them, never identifying himself as a police officer.
And when he got right here, when I turned to the side, all I could see is the end of the gun in my face. Okay. So.
The gun was in your face?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. I can't forget a gun in my face.
Now, Oliver claims he never pointed a gun at Marique Arredondo's face. The woman you just heard testifying there, and the only reason he had a gun out in the first place was because he saw the women rummaging around in the front seat and was concerned about his safety. Now, the DA's office also called a prosecutor who worked a DWI case where Roy Oliver served as a witness. He said that Oliver was very uncooperative throughout that whole process and even went so far as to curse in front of the jury in that case, something he said he'd never seen anyone, let alone a police officer, do. Trial is set to resume at 10 o'clock on Monday morning. For now, we're live in Dallas. Tim Siesko, NBC5.
Thank you, Tim. Smoke in an unused elevator shaft at Dallas's downtown Sheridan forced an evacuation about 45 minutes ago. That's just blocks east of the courthouse where Tim Siesko is live for us now. This is video from the Texas Sky Ranger overhead showing guests outside of the building waiting for the all clear from firefighters. Some of them have their luggage with them. About 15 minutes ago, first responders cleared and guests are now all back in the building. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is running for re-election, and he's now planning a debate, but not against his opponent. Instead, it will be against TV personality Geraldo Rivera. The announcement stems from comments Patrick made on Fox News yesterday about the murder of Molly Tibbetts in Iowa. The accused killer there is reportedly an undocumented immigrant. Patrick slammed Democrats, the media, and others who he sees as soft on immigration as being, quote, accomplices in the killing, including Geraldo.
And even Geraldo Rivera, and I've never met the guy. I seem to like him. Seems like he's got a good heart. You know, I saw him here on Fox saying, well, I feel badly about this, but. There is no but. And I'll be happy to debate Geraldo Rivera anytime, any place, anywhere on this issue. We have to secure this border and protect the lives of American citizens and make this a place where people can come here legally with pride.
Now, Geraldo Rivera responded saying this via Twitter. At Dan Patrick claims outrageously that I'm effectively an accomplice to horrifying murder of Molly Tibbetts because I beg compassion and mercy for undocumented immigrants. How dare he make so false an allegation? He is fear-mongering, and I accept his challenge for a debate. You see there a mention for at Sean Hannity. This debate could, in fact, happen on Sean Hannity's Fox News program. Dan Patrick's opponent for Lieutenant Governor, however, is not happy about all this. That's because Mike Collier, a Democrat, asked Patrick to debate several times over the past few months, and all of those requests were denied. 12 candidates are officially on the ballot now to replace former Dallas City Councilman Dwayne Caraway, and a potential 13th candidate's request is still pending as we speak. The special election is set for November the 6th. Caraway resigned earlier this month after pleading guilty to federal corruption charges. That case began with reporting by NBC5 Investigates. Another member of President Trump's inner circle is now involved in the Michael Cohen investigation. David Pecker, the man you see on the right there, pictured there, is the CEO of American Media Incorporated, which publishes the National Enquirer. He was granted immunity in exchange for any information about Michael Cohen or the president. The Enquirer was reportedly involved in the payments between Cohen and two women, a Playboy playmate and an adult film actress, who said they had affairs with Donald Trump years before he became president. Michael Cohen says Donald Trump told him to make the payments to protect then-candidate Trump from embarrassing stories. And that included payments to Pecker's company. David Pecker has been a friend of the president's since the early 1990s and was even invited to a White House dinner shortly after Trump won the 2016 election. And it was apparently a lone holdout who prevented the jury in the Paul Manafort trial from convicting him on all 18 counts. That's according to one of the jurors in the trial of President Trump's former campaign chairman. The jury found Manafort guilty on 8 counts related to financial fraud, but after 4 days of deliberation, they were deadlocked on 10 others. 2 cases of the measles have now been confirmed in North Texas, one in Dallas County and another in Collin County, in a student at Plano West Senior High School. If you were at the school between August the 14th and August the 16th, that's the 2nd through the 4th days of school there, you may have been exposed. Courtney Gilmore has the story.
According to the district, there is no immediate impact to the campus. They did, however, disinfect areas like classrooms where that student may have been. The Collin County Healthcare Service sent out a message to thousands of parents and teachers alerting them the disease is highly contagious and airborne. Health officials urged anyone who had contact with the student to monitor themselves for symptoms like a rash or fever. All staff that cannot provide evidence of immunity should be vaccinated. And if students or staff develop symptoms, they are urged to call their doctor before they arrive to their clinic. A spokesperson for the district tells us that all the classes and after-school activities will proceed on schedule. Reporting in Plano, Courtney Gilmore, NBC5.
Texas is among 21 states where measles cases have been reported so far this year. Our partners at the Dallas Morning News report health officials are concerned about a potential outbreak. Last school year, nearly 57,000 Texas students opted out of the vaccines, and the majority of the people who get the measles have not been vaccinated. As for the Dallas County case we mentioned, the person does not live in the county, but the health department there says the infected person visited the Irving Las Colinas area within the last week. And right now they're working to notify anyone else who may have been exposed. Coming up, when you were in school, your history class might have felt like it dragged on for hours, but I assure you it's nowhere near this one. The reason one North Texas history professor is going to teach for over 24 hours straight. And ahead, football is officially starting in North Texas, and with the recent tragic player death at Crowley Middle School, we take a look at health concerns affecting players.
Change is coming, and with it, people, opportunities, and traffic. NBC5 examines Vision 2020, a continuing series only on NBC5 News.
For 50 years, this was home. Then Harvey hit.
I lost everything.
No place to go.
So I just got in my car and I came back here.
Until Hope showed up on her front doorstep. Hope After Harvey, tonight at 6.
You're invited to a week-long wedding event, as only days can deliver. Special guests are dropping in, but someone won't be going home.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at Embassy Suites Frisco Convention Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region. Browse over 50 hot tubs from 6 major brands at up to 50% off. That's this weekend at Embassy Suites Frisco Convention Center. Visit hottubshow.com.
Some days when I leave my home, my endometriosis pain is there. But I need to keep going. Getting work done, hanging out with my girlfriends, enjoying the occasional date night.
If you experience endometriosis pain and have been surgically diagnosed, consider participating in a research study of an oral investigational medication for endometriosis pain. To see if you qualify, visit endostudy.com or call 844-94-STUDY. Visit endostudy.com to learn more.
In Grapevine, you'll make the most amazing memories. And talk about a wine and craft brew tasting experience. Grapevine is home to winery tasting rooms, as well as craft breweries. Choose a winery or brewery that's laid back or more contemporary. Go with friends or take the whole family. Walk, ride, or take a shuttle to the urban wine and craft brew trails. It doesn't matter how you get there, just get there. Experience Texas charm in Grapevine and get your tickets for Grapefest this September.
Cooking and cleanup is easier and quicker with Frigidaire. Shopping and saving is quicker and easier with Nebraska Furniture Mart. It's Frigidaire Innovation Month and we've teamed up to celebrate with exclusive offers. Get a free Mart reward card with select Frigidaire models. Buy 3 Frigidaire professional appliances, get 1 free with rebate. Get free dishwasher installation and free delivery and setup on qualifying purchases. Plus 36-month financing. Revolutionize your cooking, maximize your saving. Shop the latest from Frigidaire at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
The Dallas Skycam view is provided by Lake Cliff Tower.
Welcome back. We want you to take a live look at this going on right here. This is a live peek into a University of North Texas classroom where a professor is trying to make history today by teaching it. He's attempting to break a world record for the longest history lesson. Larry Collins has more from the campus.
Well, we got up bright and early this morning before anybody filed into these seats to give you a preview of exactly what's going to happen. We didn't want to interrupt any of the history making, the record breaking, and you're getting a unique view. That's the view that professor will see from 24 to 30 hours of a history lesson to a room full of supporters and witnesses, and it's all about Texas history. So we're talking everything from the dinosaurs to present day. It's all there. The Alamo, Ross Perot, George W. Bush. I had a chance to speak with the professor while he was still preparing before he started saving his voice to find out exactly what he thinks about the possibility of breaking a record.
I've always wanted to set a Guinness World Record since I was a kid. I had the Guinness book when I was little. We used to look at it with my friends. But the real inspiration is my kids. I've got an 8 and a 10-year-old, and we were looking at Guinness records, and they kind of challenged me to see if we could set a Guinness World Record.
So the good news, it doesn't have to be continuous. For every hour of lecture, he gets a 5-minute break. And he says he may put some of those 5 minutes together, so possibly 25-minute break, 30-minute break, just to refresh a bit. And he has a lot of help. He'll have 50 students helping him out with the lecture, but here's the catch. At least 10 of them have to be present and a part of it for at least the full 24 hours for this all to break the record. In Denton, Larry Collins, NBC5.
Pretty cool. You should know that this run for a record has a dual purpose as well. It also serves as a fundraiser to help maintain a UNT online archive of historic documents. And, you know, Keisha Burns is here, and hey, I like that gentleman's, honesty that I've always wanted to break a Guinness book.
I like that. Yeah, the only records I'm breaking are, well, not necessarily breaking temperature records, but we're looking at another streak or temperatures once again rebounding back into the low 100s for today. So the heat is on as we take a look outside. Not record heat, not to scare you. We're looking at the view in the Fort Worth area, mainly clear sky. You know, we have been dealing with the haze from the wildfire smoke coming from the Pacific Northwest. Well, the skies are looking much better. We have the winds really picking up to thank for that. High pressure over us, and we're seeing the southerly flow increasing, which is giving us more humidity for today. Currently, we're seeing temperatures in the 80s and some spots already in the 90s. We're on track to reach 100 degrees for many of you overall today, but right now it is 89 in Arlington, 89 in Denton, and 89 in McKinney. If you have lost track of how many 100-degree days we've had so far at DFW, it's 23. We average 18. We're well above that. And you know, we're going to see that number increase once we get past today because we're likely going to reach 100. It's a clean sweep on the S-band radar, not tracking any rain. It will be dry, and you can see our daytime highs will be climbing into the low 100s across North Texas for today. So as we wrap up the work week, we'll do so on a hot note. And don't forget about the humidity. When you factor that in, it's going to feel hotter than the actual temperature. It should feel like about 101 to 104 in places. So bottom line, take care of yourself out in the heat. If you're outdoors, be sure to stay hydrated. Futurecast really not showing anything. It's mainly clear. A few fair weather clouds moved through earlier, but just mainly clear for the rest of your day. You can see around 6 o'clock in the evening, still holding on to the heat under a mainly clear sky. During the overnight hours, temperatures will drop back down to the upper 70s, but overall should be clear as you head into Saturday as well. Your hour-by-hour forecast shows we're in the 90s by the afternoon, 100 by 4 o'clock, and upper 90s as we cool off slowly during the evening hours, and by later on tonight we'll be in the upper 80s, so certainly looking at a warm one during the overnight hours. An update on Hurricane Lane is currently a Category 2 right now, so of course things are still creating some problems for the island. The peak of the storm will happen today. The eye is away from the island, but we're going to see a lot of rain from this. We've already seen 30 inches or more so far in parts of the Big Island, and we're going to see up to 40 inches with this rain continuing, so major flooding would be the main concern. Now, as I mentioned, it's still moving slowly north at 5 miles an hour at Category 2, and you can see it taking a westward track as we head into the weekend, so for the next couple of days. And even though that's the good news, it's moving away from the island, still producing a lot of damage with that heavy rain that could lead to landslides and also mudslides, so we'll be watching out for that. Closer to home, we're not looking at any rain coming our way anytime soon, and we're looking at just a dry stretch on the way. The heat will be with us above normal as far as temperatures go all the way through at least next Wednesday. Average high now for this time of the year is 95. We'll see that next Thursday.
Thank you very much. All right, in today's Health Connection, patients at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota are getting some help to keep their minds off of their troubles. Volunteers are making distraction pads for them to use while they face some of the toughest health challenges. Linda Ha has the story.
Joan Kirby dedicates countless hours making distraction pads.
It's pretty easy. I mean, it's very just simple tacking down.
These zippers, buttons, and stuffed animals are uniquely designed depending on a patient's needs. It also helps to keep their hands away from IV lines and alleviate anxiety.
You can come up with hair ties, elastic, just about anything in your sewing stash works.
Kirby's love of giving back stems from her mother, who died from Alzheimer's.
Here's a picture of my mom and dad.
It's her mother she thanks for teaching her how to sew.
You know, watching her die piece by piece, I guess I feel whatever I can do to make somebody's life a little easier and maybe a little more pleasant.
So now she sews pads for others. The first ones were given to patients with traumatic brain injuries. It was such a success, other departments began requesting them, like in pediatrics, where weighted versions help calm patients who have autism.
It's got the couple pieces of the plastic water bottle, and I just stitched that on there so they can flip it back and forth. And
Lisa Brink is the volunteer coordinator at Mayo Clinic. She says there aren't enough pads to go around.
So last year total there was 16 made for the entire year of the lap pads. This year so far we've already given out 40 of them. So there's a huge need for that and a huge need for new volunteers.
All right, it's been a big week. We've been celebrating here at NBC5 the success of last weekend's Clear the Shelters campaign. Here's just one of the dogs who found his new family. This is Rusty. He's been with his family since they helped clear the shelter 3 years ago, so you can tell this has been an ongoing effort. We want you to keep sharing your pictures with us at ic@nbcdfw.com. And we hope you're going to join us tonight for a special Clear the Shelter celebration. Starting at 6:30, Jane Lynch will host a national show talking all about our success this year. Right now, we're over 94,000 pet adoptions nationwide for 2018. Coming up, Chris Wagner from the Dallas Morning News is going to join us to talk about a new film directed by Texas actor Ethan Hawke. That's next, right here on NBC5.
NBC5 Health Connection is brought to you by Medical City Healthcare.
There's a special hospital in Dallas, uniquely yours. The only hospital for women and children under one roof, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized. It's ours. It's yours. Visit MedicalCityWomen'sHospital.com.
This weekend only, save big at the Endless Pool Hot Tub and Sauna Sales event in Waxahachie, located at 35 and 287 in the Civic Center. We have over 40 hot tubs, saunas, and endless pools on display. These deals won't last. 3 days only. Visit TexasSpaSale.com or call 833-SPA-EXPO to learn more.
For the first time ever at Nebraska Furniture Mart, get $200 in instant savings, up to a $300 reward card, and a free box spring with qualifying Serta iComfort mattresses, like this top-of-the-line Serta iComfort Queen mattress. Plus, we're adding free delivery and setup. That's a total of $839 in savings. Plus, get a free box spring with qualifying Serta Perfect Sleeper mattresses and 75-month financing. Celebrate savings during the Labor Day holiday sale at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
When your drains need cleaning, don't just call any plumber, call an expert. Levy & Son Service Experts. An expert drain cleaning helps prevent clogs and backups, extend the life of your pipes, prevent leaks, and avoid water damage to your home. All for just $99. Call Levy & Son service experts at 866-EXPERTS.
Call 866-EXPERTS.
It's Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, and some of our best offers are back. Why? Because Lance from New York asked for them, so we brought them back for everyone. So now you and Lance can take home a free adjustable base with your qualifying mattress purchase. Up to a $699 value, free. Or for a limited time, we drop the price of a king to a queen and a queen to a twin. Plus, every bed is on sale with savings of up to $600. Hurry in today for the Labor Day sale. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
The journey from the brink of war to the negotiating table has been stunningly swift.
That is fire being pushed by the wind. Our escort said we simply can't go any farther.
You had made the decision before they came in.
I was going to fire Tommy.
What's it like flying into the hurricane zones in terms of what you're seeing out the window?
It's pretty bad. I've never seen anything like it.
An intifada.
It's dangerous. It's critical.
A new film called Blaze, directed by actor Ethan Hawke, hits theaters this weekend. Chris Wagner is joining us live from the Dallas Morning News now to tell us all about this new film. First off, hi, Chris, to you. And first, if we can go from there, Blaze is sort of a unique personality. First, can you tell us, who is Blaze Foley?
Blaze Foley was a singer-songwriter, not from Texas, but certainly got here as fast as he could, as they say, as part of the Austin scene. He was very talented, and he was very resistant, or at least self-sabotaging when it came to getting famous and getting his name really out there, but a very, very talented singer-songwriter.
So I know you like this movie. Who else is going to like this movie? What kind of a film has Ethan Hawke made here?
I really liked the movie. It's very non-linear, meaning it's not going from A to B to C in this guy's life, as we see in a lot of biopics. It's really kind of moving around thematically, looking at his troubles. It's not trying to say what his childhood was like or anything like that. Kind of reminds me of a movie that Robert Altman might have made like 30, 40 years ago.
Sure, of course. One of the big questions people want to know in these biopics is who's in this film? The actor who plays Blaze Foley, I recognize Alia Shawkat right there. She was on Arrested Development. Who's in this film?
Yes. Ben Dickey plays Blaze Foley. He is a singer-songwriter, and he's good friends with Ethan Hawke and the director of the film, and they came up with the idea to do this. He's very good for a guy who really hasn't done a lot of acting. And then there's some more experienced actors. I was rather taken with 3 investor oil men who try to get Blaze kind of going on the more commercial path, and they are played by Sam Rockwell, Steve Zahn, and Richard Linklater. The director from Austin, who has directed Ethan Hawke and all kinds of things, and now Ethan Hawke gets to direct him in Blaze.
Sure. And Chris, anything else hitting theaters this weekend that catches your attention?
This was the one that really caught my attention. I wanted to see The Happy Time Murders, the movie about the puppets who do really bad things and swear and all that. I didn't make it to the screening, and I'm hearing I didn't miss a whole heck of a lot. So.
Well, I'll pass it along to my wife. I know she's looking forward to that one. All right, hey, Chris Wagner with our partners at the Dallas Morning News. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, speaking of time, it's almost time for Friday Night Lights across North Texas. But this morning, there are some new concerns about safety and health of players. We're going to have more on that when we come back.
You know when you're at Ross shopping for backpacks and mom also gets a back-to-school bag? That's Yes for Less. Ross has the brands you want for back to school, and it feels even better when you find them for less. At Ross, yes for less.
Jack! Hey, Jack! Quick question for you.
No, mate, there's no actual beans in the beanstalk. It's just a name.
It's not that, it's that. Doesn't the giant normally say fee, fi, fo, fum?
Oh, right. I guess he decided to
get rid of fees. Unlike cable providers, with AT&T Internet, the price you see is the price you pay. $40 a month. No extra monthly fees, no surprises. The end. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
Shop the Bassett Furniture Labor Day sale and take 25% off store-wide, plus additional savings up to $300. Now till Sunday. Go to BassettStyle.com, where craftsman quality meets beautiful design, and book your free interior design consultation with one of our makeover experts. With over 800 fabric and finish options, we'll help you design your dream. Take 25% off store-wide, plus additional savings up to $300. Now till Sunday. Go online or come by our Fort Worth, Knox, or South Lake locations before our Labor Day sale ends.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at Embassy Suites Frisco Convention Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region. Browse over 50 hot tubs from 6 major brands at up to 50% off. That's this weekend at Embassy Suites Frisco Convention Center. Visit hottubshow.com.
You know when you go to Ross for bedding and you suddenly realize you're really into art? That's Yes for Less. Every trend, every room, on any budget. It feels even better when you find it for less at Ross. Yes for less.
Dragons sleep most of the time, but you never know when they'll wake up. But maybe the most important thing in fighting dragons is not doing it all by yourself.
You're watching NBC5 News at 11.
Thanks for being with us at 11. We're following new developments in the health of Arizona Senator John McCain. McCain is battling an aggressive form of brain cancer, as you may well know. Today, the McCain family announced the senator will no longer receive medical treatment for his condition. McCain has not been in Washington since December, and his family is calling for prayers and says they're grateful for the support they've been getting from family and friends. The Texas Department of Public Safety wants to close 87 driver's license offices, 4 of them right here in North Texas. Now, DPS has long been criticized for long lines at license offices around the area this summer. Officials say the closing of offices in Plano, Fort Worth, Denton, and Greenville will allow DPS to maximize resources and make the operations more efficient elsewhere. Texas lawmakers will also have to approve the plan when they meet in Austin in 2019. The man who shot and killed John Lennon has been denied parole for a 10th time. Mark David Chapman will remain behind bars for at least 2 more years. Chapman killed Lennon outside of his New York City apartment back in 1980. Chapman's currently serving a sentence of 20 years to life.
And hello there, everyone. The heat is back across North Texas. It's almost 90 degrees at this hour. We have that south wind pulling in that humidity as well, so a little muggy as you step outside. That will be with us through the weekend. Temperatures for today will be on the hot side. We'll be climbing into the low 90s by the afternoon, right around 100 degrees around 4 o'clock. And we'll be close to that for the weekend. My forecast coming up.
Thank you, Keisha. A 13-year-old boy died this week after collapsing during football practice. And today his mother says she is desperate to find out why. Monica McBride Debs was getting water for her son, Kyrell McBride Johnson, at the time when he collapsed on the field Wednesday. Kyrell was an 8th grader at Summer Creek Middle School.
So I really want answers. I really want to know what happened to him, even if it was some kind of underlying medical problem behind the scenes that nobody knew. I can get my other kids checked out, and that's for other parents, you know.
Wow. Now, Mother McBride Debs said her son had no known heart problems and had not used an inhaler for several years. Of course, football remains the most watched sport in the country by far, and football season is, of course, beginning to kick off right here in North Texas. But the number of kids playing high school football is on a sharp decline. NBC's Craig Melvin explains.
Friday night, just outside Austin, this is high school football, Texas style.
On 3rd and goal from the 1, Nakia Watson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Westlake.
But NBC News can report data just released this morning indicates high school football is losing players all across the country year after year, even in a place like this. Walker Southern understands the love of the game in these parts. He grew up in a family where everybody plays football. Playing for powerhouse South Lake Carroll High School outside Dallas, Walker received A brutal hit freshman year, leaving him dazed.
I sat up and I was seeing stars a little bit, and I just felt like something was off, like this wasn't just like a normal hit.
Headaches and trouble sleeping turned into sluggishness in the classroom, but it was a concussion test at the doctor's office that really got his parents' attention.
When you sit there and the doctor's doing the test and he's having a hard time repeating back basic numbers, I mean, that's certainly eye-opening as a parent to sit there and say, this just got real.
After a family discussion, Walker decided to switch from football to lacrosse. Data obtained by NBC News shows that since participation in football peaked in 2009 to 2010, it has dropped 7% nationwide. This while participation of all other sports has increased by 7%. Among the states with the biggest declines, Ohio, North Carolina, and Illinois. What's behind it?
When the concussion issue really took the eye of the public a number of years ago, we started to see a decline in participation in youth football programs.
Somebody did declare war on the game of football about 8 years ago.
Former Dallas Cowboys star running back Daryl Johnston knows a few things about hard knocks. He believes some people have used increased awareness and publicity of head injuries and CTE to malign the game.
Football has never been safer than it is right now. So much safer than it was when I played. The equipment's better, the rules are better.
Not far from Dallas Cowboys' AT&T Stadium, youth programs are feeling it too. Coaches say far fewer kids are coming out, but it's not all about the fear of injury. Kids just have more sports to choose from.
Some of those are just declining numbers. They're going to other sports. Go, go, go! Because there's more opportunities that parents have the option to go take their kids to.
But for players like Walker Southern, making the difficult decision to leave the game he loves in the heartland of the sport is a personal one that many seem to be taking on.
Is it really worth the risk? And, you know, for us, it wasn't. It wasn't worth the risk for us. And fortunately, he was insightful enough to make the decision on his own.
Again, that was Craig Melvin reporting. In other news, there's growing concern that steel import tariffs could be bad for the Texas oil industry. That's the word from the top financial mind in North Texas. The president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas spoke this morning on Bloomberg Television.
One of the reasons production isn't growing faster in, say, the Permian Basin in Texas is lack of infrastructure, particularly pipelines. That takes steel. And these tariffs, a lot of people in the industry are concerned, are going to slow building of those pipelines or at least make it more expensive.
Robert Kaplan emphasized this concern has not had a significant impact on the price of oil yet, but he added that that's something he is watching. The man suspected of being the Golden State Killer has been arraigned. Joseph James D'Angelo is charged with 13 rape-related counts and 13 murder charges. The retired police officer did not enter a plea during the agreement. He's accused of committing several rapes and murders across California back in the 1970s. Those cases were never solved until recently, when investigators used DNA stored in a database just this year. The Queen of Soul will be laid to rest in Detroit next Friday, just 1 week from now. According to the Detroit Free Press, 19 artists will perform at Aretha Franklin's funeral. They include Stevie Wonder, Faith Hill, Shirley Caesar, and Chaka Khan. Franklin died last week at the age of 76 after a battle with pancreatic cancer. And after 30-plus years of promises, DART is about to move forward on the billion-dollar Cotton Belt commuter rail line. It will provide service from Plano to DFW Airport, and there will be stops along the way in cities that have been frustrated by years of opposition and delays. Ken Kaltoff explains what's ahead for this major North Texas transit project in our Vision 2020 report.
Buses roll at the Addison Transit Center, but there's no motion on the Cotton Belt train track here. It was purchased a generation ago by Dallas Area Rapid Transit as a passenger rail path.
Now we've been waiting for 35 years, since 1983. Also, we were promised to have light rail service.
After decades of debate, Addison is now a key stop on the 26-mile Cotton Belt commuter rail line. It's due for a green light from DART next week. Unlike DART's light rail, the technology for Cotton Belt trains will be much like the Denton Transit Authority's A trains with no overhead wires. These cars use diesel electric-powered engines. But the new Cotton Belt cars will be the next generation with low emission and noise. To quell North Dallas opposition, Cotton Belt trains would get noise-dampening rubber in the track bed and oversized sound walls.
We've learned a lot watching other systems around the world and watching systems in our own backyard to make sure we've got the best and most current technology available for customers along the Cotton Belt.
At 12th Street in Plano, existing light rail overhead will get a new platform stop for passenger connection with the Cotton Belt below. Plano Marine has been sold for a big new apartment development here.
And I think it is a big deal. I think anytime you give people mobility options, that is a benefit to everybody.
The city of Plano chipped in $12 million and land to motivate DART approval.
I think it would benefit this neighborhood.
Albert Harris is the closest neighbor to the 12th Street station and the new Cotton Belt path to DFW Airport.
It would be terrific.
Nearby in Richardson at the giant City Line development, many people work and live near the existing light rail station.
I have never seen it before.
Riders were impressed by the new Cotton Belt route to DFW that would cross here.
It would save me money on gas, save me some time, fighting through that traffic.
But the city of Dallas wants 2 Cotton Belt stations deleted when the board votes next week. North Dallas leaders still hear from neighbors furious about any commuter train near homes. At least they want the trains to keep moving. At DFW Airport, the Cotton Belt would share a new Terminal B commuter rail station. Tex rail trains from Fort Worth come in later this year.
But I just can't wait. It's going to be a while, I know.
Back in Addison, they expect new development on land beside the rail station. Planned 2022 Cotton Belt arrival is none too soon here.
But we've been patiently waited.
In Addison, Ken Kalthoff, NBC5.
Ken reports Dallas leaders are disappointed that a planned downtown subway that was to be completed at the same time as the Cotton Belt is now going to be delayed until 2024. They worry that Cotton Belt costs are going to prevent DART from building that subway. For a longer report detailing the Cotton Belt stations, you can go to our website, nbcdfw.com. Now, if you've been to college, you know textbooks cost a lot of money. They can really take a toll on your bank account. And coming up, our response team has ways you can keep those costs down. The Cowboys have a big weekend ahead. Look at the upcoming preseason game number 3 Sunday night, right here on NBC5.
Get ready to celebrate. Get ready to save. The Labor Day holiday starts now at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Save the tax by an amount equal to the sales tax at the store on furniture, flooring, and NFM Plus TVs, home audio, and appliances. Shop 60-month financing on furniture and flooring, 40-month financing on appliances and electronics. Plus, check out demos of the latest and greatest products. Get ready to save. The Labor Day holiday starts now at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Light the candles on the cake. We're gonna celebrate. We got another year, and we're all here.
Don't miss WinStar's epic 15th birthday bash. Let the good times roll with $225 grand in cars, cash, and prizes. And you might just roll away in one of 3 beautiful birthday BMWs. Earn entries up to the grand finales September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Make a wish, make a wish.
With a BMW to be won each night, only at WinStar.
Make a wish.
We're so excited this year to celebrate our 16th year of business and wanted to invite you out to experience our extensive fitting process in shoes that come in a wide variety of widths and sizes. Shopping at our store can look a little different. We actually measure your feet. We watch you walk and analyze your arch and gait to make sure we're putting you in the right type of shoe for your activity and needs. You could be a runner or a walker. Maybe you work really long shifts on your feet, or you might chase your kids around all day. Consider this an invitation to visit your locally owned New Balance DFW shoe store.
Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Hurry into Sleep Expert's Labor Day sale. For a limited time, get a free adjustable base with a mattress purchase of $5.99. Or get a king mattress for the price of a queen and a queen for the price of a twin. That means you can get a memory foam queen mattress for just $4.90. Don't miss your chance to get an adjustable base, a $6.99 value, free. Now you can read, watch TV, and relax in perfect comfort. But only during the Labor Day sale, and only at Sleep Experts.
College students heading back to campus are going to be searching for some textbooks, and those costs can add up. But NBC5 Responds says it can help you save some money. Here's our consumer reporter, Wayne Carter.
So when I was in college, I would spend about $100 on a textbook and then sell it back to the bookstore for just $10. It really wasn't a good deal. Well, with just about everything, technology has made that better. College textbooks can easily cost more than $100 each. UT Arlington senior Lauren Ailes says it adds up, putting students in the hole before class even starts.
If you're taking about 5 classes, a book can average from $50 to maybe even $300.
There are now more ways than ever to get those books for less. You can sell used textbooks on Chegg.com. The website also claims it helps you save up to 90% on textbooks by renting them. For example, this biology textbook sells for $85, but you can rent it for $26.99. Another platform for inexpensive textbooks is BookBite. Their website also includes a cheat sheet for scoring books for as little as possible. BookBite's tips include buying a previous edition of a textbook. You can also sell used books through their site. Lauren says at UT Arlington, many students are using those services and then finding ways to save even more.
I will try to coordinate with my classmates, get a textbook and split it so we don't have to pay as much and share it.
Lucas Dunn plans to rent his textbooks from a company you've probably heard of, Amazon. It offers college students another way to save money by renting an ebook on your Kindle device. One drawback to all those rentals, though, the costs can still add up.
They're expensive, and you have to mail them back or give them back, and you can forget the deadline.
Now, Chegg's been around for a while, but Amazon is getting into the act. It's just another way to help you save money, and we have even more tips online right now at NBCDFW.com. Wayne Carter, NBC5.
You should know that Wayne and the entire NBC5 Response team are working every day to help protect your money. If you have a consumer question or problem, give them a call. You see the number there, 844-573-7763. The Dallas Cowboys are back home at AT&T Stadium this weekend, and you can watch that game right here on NBC5. We're getting you ready for the biggest game before the regular season.
And is it hot enough for you yet? We're certainly getting there. We're looking at a high of 100 degrees this afternoon, and the weekend will feel pretty much similar. My forecast coming up.
It's back to school time at Rooms to Go Kids. The best time to get amazing back to school sale prices on our huge selection of kids' rooms. Now, buy a room and get a bonus desk for just $99. Choose from a great selection. Save on bunks and lofts with built-in study solutions. Plus mattresses, desk chairs, and more. On sale during the back to school sale at Rooms to Go Kids and Teens.
It's everything you wanted, let the world know. Decorating's easy at Rooms to Go.
Get ready for Texas Summer Jam, presented by Whataburger with Randy Rogers and Friends. Saturday, August 25th at Toyota Music Factory in Irving, Texas. Featuring Randy Rogers Band on the main stage, Parker McCollum and Mike Ryan. Performing on the Texas Lottery stage, Shay Abshire and the Night Howlers, Cameron Nelson, and Grant Gilbert. Tickets are available now at livenation.com. 2 stages of music and tons of fun. Texas Summer Jam, presented by Whataburger with Randy Rogers and Friends.
If you're not a Bob Thomas customer, you should be right now.
Those really were the good old days. But our deals are just as good today.
Like up to $15,000 off the 2018 F-150 or up to $8,000 off the 2018 Mustang during the summer sales event.
You think you can still catch me?
Let's just invite everybody to see Mr. McKinney at Bob Thomas Ford, and we'll make you a deal today.
I think it doesn't matter if you're looking for one piece or a full home, that you will find a selection and a talented team to help you and guide you to the right decisions, because it's important to us that your home is spectacular. So you don't have to have a lot of pieces, you have to have the right pieces. And that's what we do really well. We have 3 new collections that will be astounding in your home. Come and check us out, see what we're presenting to you so that you can make it your own, and we would love to be a part of it.
Thunder and lightning. NBC5, Texas connects us.
Welcome back. The Dallas Cowboys' biggest game of the preseason is set for Sunday night. That's when they're going to take on the Arizona Cardinals right here in North Texas at AT&T Stadium. We can expect to see a good bit of the starters getting some playing time, including Dak Prescott. And it's a big game for the offensive line especially. That's because the Cowboys are going to be missing 2 All-Pros. Zach Martin, the guard, is sitting out to rest a knee injury. And we know center Travis Frederick is out indefinitely with an autoimmune disease. So Joe Looney's going to come in and take his spot for the foreseeable future. As for the defense, this game is going to be a test for the secondary for no small part because the Cowboys had to sign 2 new safeties just this week just to have enough bodies for this game. And you can see the Cowboys in person without breaking the bank. That's good news. On retail websites, or resale websites, I should say, we found standing room tickets for as low as $3. That's not a misprint. Upper level seats, $6. But you can get close to the field for $25 or so. Those are seats on the lower level right behind the end zone. It's pretty good. Now, of course, if you'd rather watch it from your own couch, you can tune it to NBC5. Kickoff is Sunday at 7 o'clock in the evening. We, of course, know that folks are going to be out and tailgating on what's going to be a pretty hot Sunday.
Oh, it is going to be hot.
Exactly.
But I'm sure it's not going to stop those fans, those diehard fans from tailgating. Yeah. We're looking at the heat starting today. It should be a high of about 100 degrees. So the heat starts once again. It starts to build as we head into the afternoon, the peak heating of the day. Right now, we're looking at 2 views, Fort Worth and Dallas. Now, the haze is slowly getting out of here. The eastern side of Texas may still be continuing with some, but the wind really helping to clear our air quite a bit. You can see the views look much better than it had been the past couple of days. And as we go through the day, we'll notice temperatures will be rising along with the sunny skies that we're seeing here. Temperatures already rising as we speak. It is 89 degrees in Denton. Some spots already in the 90s right now, including Decatur. 89 in Fort Worth, 89 in Rockwall, and 89 degrees in McKinney. All right. So far, we've had 23 100-degree days at DFW. We averaged about 18. Most in the year that we've had was 71 back in 2011. Most consecutive, 42. We're not trying to top that by all means, but we're just letting you know that we are looking at another 100-degree day, so that will make it 24 once we reach the century mark today. It is a clean sweep on the S-band radar. I am not tracking any rain, and you can see the temperatures will be the main factor for today as we're climbing back into the low 100s across the board. Much of North Texas will feel the heat. In fact, all of North Texas. And when you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel even hotter than that by a few degrees or so. So it should feel like about 105. Hey, here's a look at your weekend outlook. It looks very similar to today. Still holding on to the heat along with the humidity. The winds will be out of the south at 10 to 15, pulling in that Gulf moisture. Temperatures upper 90s for Saturday and Sunday. So looking very similar. Our futurecast, as I mentioned, looking quiet. High pressure is over us, keeping our weather pretty uneventful, giving us sinking air, clearing skies. The heat will continue to build through the day. Saturday will be hot as well with mainly clear skies. In fact, it should be cloud free for your Saturday, rain free too, and expect more of the same on Sunday. For today, if you have outdoor plans, just be sure to stay hydrated, protect yourself out in the heat with a high of 100 degrees. Later on tonight, we'll be cooling back down again into the upper 70s. Your extended forecast shows we're seeing those breezy conditions, a breezy south wind for your Friday, helping to clear our air out quite a bit with high pressure over us. For the weekend, we'll be heating up both days, upper 90s for Saturday and Sunday. And I do expect the heat to stay with us through the early part of next week. Normal high for this time of the year is 95, and we won't see those temperatures come back down to normal until the end of next week. But it looks like at this point, things are looking pretty quiet and dry through the 1st of September. Ben?
All right. Yeah, all right, Keisha, thank you. Now, summer doesn't officially end until next month, and in case that's not clear, it might be pretty clear from these dog days of summer photos we have for you. Check out Gemma. Audrey shared this photo of her 1-year-old American bully enjoying some boat time on the lake. Safety first, Gemma, right? Always make sure to wear your life vest. And check out Coda from Flower Mound. See her there? He knows how to cool off on a summer day. Thanks to Tanya. for sharing that picture. Remember, you can always email your photos to ic@nbcdfw.com, or you can tap the app to submit and check out all of the many galleries of great photos online. A North Texas Marine wounded in Afghanistan is getting a life-changing gift, his customized car. It's giving him back some of the freedom he fought for.
Join us for the One Run on Saturday, September 15th. Benefiting Cancer Support Community North Texas free program of support for those touched by cancer. Register today. Visit NBCDFW.com and search One Run. High performance cars, fashion, cuisine. The Park Place Dealership's Luxury and Supercar Showcase. Saturday, October 13th at the Four Seasons Resort and Club.
Get ready to celebrate. Get ready to save. The Labor Day holiday starts now at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Save the tax by an amount equal to the sales tax at the store on furniture, flooring, and NFM Plus TVs, home audio, and appliances. Shop 60-month financing on furniture and flooring, 40-month financing on appliances and electronics. Plus, check out demos of the latest and greatest products. Get ready to save. The Labor Day holiday starts now at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Dallas is awesome. What we love the most are the people here. It's our privilege to meet you in your home. It's our mission to keep you comfortable. For over 100 years, Levy & Sons Service Experts has been the company that our neighbors trust for expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service, and great deals. Right now, get $30 off any repair. Our way of saying thanks. Call Levy & Son today at 866-EXPERTS. That's 866-EXPERTS.
Boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Everybody loves a great mattress at a great price, and Beauty Rest is America's most trusted brand. We've partnered with them to bring the special $1,000 queen set for just $688. But hurry, we only have a limited quantity. Plus, during our Labor Day sale, get this adjustable base with head and foot controls for just $199, and up to 48 months financing. Home Zone, style for everyone that anyone can afford.
Looking ahead to NBC5, first at 4, a spa in Texas claims it can help newborns sleep and eat better. How the owner uses a simple technique with water to help get babies stronger. Again, that's today at 4. Driverless cars might be the future, but a lot of people still want to drive themselves because they get that sense of freedom you have behind the wheel. And now, a North Texas Marine who fought for freedom is getting some of his own back from a life-changing new ride. Noel Walker is in Little Elm with his story.
Thank you, every one of you, for attending this event today. It's a special event to honor service.
For Corporal Mike Fox, service came with sacrifice.
This is something that we desperately believe is important.
Today was about giving something back.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey! Thank you, everyone. I gotta leave now.
For Fox, this is freedom on 4 wheels.
That's beautiful.
The SUV was donated by Geico. It took 200 hours of work to adapt the 2014 Pathfinder. Time donated by workers at Caliber Collision, Little Elm.
All right, thanks, guys.
Some of whom have family in uniform.
So it actually hit a good spot in my heart because I put myself in this guy's shoes.
Corporal Fox's life changed while serving in Afghanistan in 2011.
And I stepped somewhere I wasn't supposed to step, and just a big cloud of dust. And at that point, I didn't know I lost my legs. All right, Grant, get in. Let's go.
This donation will help Fox take care of his growing family.
Right now, I'm using portable hand controls on my wife's vehicle, and this one has permanent hand controls, so it's gonna be a lot safer. Oh my goodness.
He'll have to clear out the baby gifts from the back seat first.
Our son was actually born on his alive day, November 15th last year. It's just been a really long but rewarding road.
A road they'll never travel alone.
It's incredibly humbling, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of you.
In Little Elm,
I can't thank y'all enough, so thank you.
Noelle Walker, NBC 5.
And that's right where we'll leave it. We hope you have a good rest of your Friday.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise above. But you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Warning! Horribly hurt in a car wreck? Stop dealing with the tricky insurance company.
Spokespersons for Jim Adler.
They twist your words. Pick up the phone and call Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer.
I have one plan: to smash the greedy insurance companies for the money you deserve.
They'll pay Jim Adler's car wreck victims what they deserve, or they will face the consequences.
I know how to get you the money the law says is yours. If you've been badly hurt, call me today.
214 or 817-320-1111.
From Plano to Denton down to Louisville too. Huffines has it. Also in McKinney, we'll prove it to you.
And now at Huffines Hyundai Plano, pay just $15,345 on new Huffines Hyundai Elantras. Only $28.96 on new Huffines Hyundai Tucsons. Or pay only $21,195 on new Huffines Hyundai Konas. At family-owned and family-run Huffines Hyundai Plano.
For the first time ever at Nebraska Furniture Mart, get $200 in instant savings, up to a $300 reward card, and a free box spring with qualifying Serta iComfort mattresses, like this top-of-the-line Serta iComfort Queen mattress. Plus, we're adding free delivery and setup. That's a total of $839 in savings. Plus, get a free box spring with qualifying Serta Perfect Sleeper mattresses and 75-month financing. Celebrate savings during the Labor Day holiday sale at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
I was so honored to be asked to officiate here today. It isn't often that we get to be a part of such a completely joyous occasion. This wedding in particular holds a unique place in our lives, and a very, very special place in my heart.